I'm illustrative with the training of one of the geometric tolerance run at with the VBlock. Measuring radial runout using VBlock. There are many items involved in this method, each of which we will examine one by one. We will also consider an example picture 1. First of all, we check the angle of the VBlock. Depending on the form deviation of the datum feature, the angle in the VBlock can affect the position of the datum, which also affect the measured value. We will examine 3 different models of production parts that are widely produced in grinding. 3 examples of 3 loops cylinder, quad loops cylinder, pentaloops cylinder. The specification of each are given in the table below. The circularity was measured with the micrometer. It's not correct to observe that the circularity is measured on the production line, but the actual circularity of each measured with the device is given below the table. Measured device, circularity measure, micrometer. This. Measurement method with VBlock. Measuring the runout with a VBlock is as follows. 1. We place 2 VBlock in a flat surface and fix them. 2. Place the piece on the VBlock. 3. Fix the object axially. 4. Rotate the piece clockwise or counterclockwise. 5. The radial total runout is the full indicator movement. During several revolutions of the object while the indicator is moved along one straight line element of the theoretically exact geometric form relative to the datum axis. 6. The difference between the highest and lowest number that we read from the dial is the runout number. As you can see, the amount of runout in the piece changed completely in 3 VBlock, where only the angle of the VBlock are different. If a piece with 3 loop cylinder is measured with a VBlock at an angle of 72 degrees, the runout is 4 micron. If the same piece with the same measurement condition is measured with a VBlock at an angle 90 degrees, the runout of the piece is 2 micron. If the same piece with the same measurement condition is measured with a VBlock at an angle of 120 degrees, the runout of the piece is 12 micron. However, if the runout of this piece is measured with a special runout fixture, the runout of the piece is 12 micron. 12 micron is true. If a piece with quad loop is measured with a VBlock at an angle of 72 degrees, the runout is a 4 micron. If the same piece with the same measurement condition is measured with a VBlock at an angle of 90 degrees, the runout of the piece is 12 micron. If the same piece with the same measurement condition is measured with a VBlock at an angle of 120 degrees, the runout of the piece is 2 micron. However, if the runout of this piece is measured with a special runout fixture, the runout of the piece is 12 micron. The piece with pentalobe cylinder is measured with a V-block at an angle of 72 degrees. The runout is 12 micron. If the same piece with the same measurement condition is measured with a V-block at an angle of 90 degrees, the runout of the piece is 4 micron. If the same piece with the same measurement condition is measured with a V-block at an angle of 120 degrees, the runout of the piece is 2 micron. However, if the runout of this piece is measured with a special runout fixture, the runout of the piece is 12 micron. Comparing actual measurement with V-block measurements. 3 loops, and quad loops. According to the collection information, the angle of the V-block depends on the number of loops of the piece, according to the formula. Alpha V-block angle and number of loops cylinder. Introduce